Alright, so let's try and solve this problem. We want to find all x such that 4 to the power of the quadratic expression x squared plus 1 is equal to 8. So the exponent is varying here. It makes sense to try to apply logarithm laws here, or logarithms to try to undo this exponent. And I think we should use log to the base 4 for obvious reasons, because the base here is 4. So let's take this expression. So if this is true, this is if and only if I take logs preserves inequality, or preserves equality, of course. So this is log to the base 4 of 8. Okay, so now what's this? This is if and only if. By definition of a logarithm really, or maybe a cancellation property, this is just x squared plus 1. And I'm left with log to the base 4 of 8. So let's continue. Let's not worry too much about log to the base 4 of 8 for a second. It's correct, right? It's not wrong. We could maybe try and simplify it, but let's just kind of push through to see exactly what happens before we do this. So this is if and only if, of course, x squared is equal to log to the base 4 of 8 minus 1. And then, of course, at the end, thankfully, 4 to the power 1 is 4, so log to the base 4 of 8 is actually going to be bigger than 1, so this is positive, so nothing weird happens. It's going to be plus minus the square root of this expression. Now you can simplify log to the base 4 of 8 a bit if you want. It's not completely necessary. I'll do it now just for completeness. We've got the right answer. So what is log to the base 4 of 8? Well, it's a bit annoying. I mean, 8 is somewhere between 4 to the power 1 and 4 to the power 2. So it's between 4 and it's between 16. So what am I going to do? It's a bit confusing. But notice that log to the base 4, it's log to the base 4 of 2 times 4. Okay, of course. And I know my laws of logarithms tell me that this has to break apart as a sum. So this has to be equal to log to the base 4 of 2 plus log to the base 4 of 4. And the thing now is, 2 is the square root of 4. So 4 to the power of half is equal to 2. So the first part is equal to a half. And the second part was just 1 by definition. So just to make sure we really understand this specific step here, 4 to the power of a half is equal to 2. So what does it all come out to be? It's 3 over 2. So you can simplify this quite a lot if you want, but there's no real need. It's kind of just an extra cherry on top. You've got the answer. This is correct, right? You don't need to continue. I know that very often in high school you're given very specific instructions that everything has to be put in exactly the right format. That's just ridiculous. It doesn't need to be. As long as you have the right answer, it's fine. The only reason you might potentially have to continue from this is if you needed to use it for something else and you maybe would need to have it in a nice format. But the answer is correct as it stands.